going, everybody? LevelMDiecast. Thanks for stopping by. Episode 78 Diecast haul. Mega haul time. Yes, we have a giant haul to get through. We are just going to roll through. These are a couple of Dollar General exclusives that I traded for. I am going to try to tell you guys where I got all the stuff from when I do these hauls now, because I've had some requests and I like to appease my audience. So I will try to run down where I get most of the stuff here. I got this through a trade. This is just one of the Dollar General exclusives. Dollar Generals are pretty much non-existent anywhere near me, so I do have to use trades or swap meets to get my hands on certain things. But this is the Dajibon van, so really stoked to get that one because I really like that casting. I have all of those castings, even the Super Hunt that they did. One more DG exclusive is this Subaru Impreza. This one looks pretty good in black and red. In case you guys were wondering if I was going to get the Silverado. I don't collect the Silverado, so no, I don't have the Silverado, but I am looking for that green later Crater, which is the Crater Cruncher or something like that, which is the other DG exclusive. No prints on the back. It is flat black. Looks good. Almost looked like it should have been a red edition. It has a blue interior. It's a very weird offset. Blue interior with the chrome base, which all the chrome base is for that little exhaust tip, and then all kinds of just red details on there. So details on the front look pretty good. It's a pretty decent one. It's not the greatest one, but it's pretty decent. I also got another Subaru, another 22B. This is from the mystery cars, so picked up this one as a trade as well. Also got this for a trade. I think I traded like some mainline for it. It was already in an open bag. Doesn't really matter to me. I was going to open the bag anyways. So that one is a mystery model, so we'll put that up there. A couple of Subies rocking it. Also picked up the one mystery model that I was really wanting to get. This is the Porsche Carrera. This one is very difficult to find. Everybody is scooping it up, of course, because it's a Porsche. But I don't really like the deco for this particular one. It says Carrera on the back, and then, of course, Porsche on there. I don't like this deco at all. I really don't like this deco, like, at all. But it doesn't really matter to me. I am a completionist, so I got to have them all. So I picked up that one. Also picked up this guy loose. I've been looking for this one for a little bit. This is the Neon Orange MR2. This came with, it might have come with a, some toothpaste or something like that. Potentially might have been a promo release, but been looking for this one for quite some time. So I'm really happy I picked this one up. Nothing fancy on the base, just Malaysia base, as I continue to knock down the MR2s. So it's a thing. It's a thing. All right, I think this is a multi-pack exclusive. This was hooked up with me in a trade from my buddy Edson. So if he's watching, there you go. Thank you, Edson. Appreciate this. Got me the McLaren P1 in gold with the lace wheels. This is popping up in a 20-pack, I think, or maybe even in some 8-packs. But pretty happy about that one. I don't think that one has been or will come in a single pack, so I got that one. He also hooked me up with a couple of Porsches. This should be a multi-pack exclusive of the GT2 in blue, in dark blue, with the kind of interesting looking wheels, kind of double 5 spokes. Looks good. Does have the Porsche symbol on the front. Nothing particularly fancy, but this is, I do believe, a multi-pack exclusive. So put that one right there. And then another one that I think is going to be a multi-pack exclusive, potentially, is this version of the Carrera. So this is the same casting as the mystery model we just looked at. So also got this one from Edson as well in a trade. So pretty happy about that. So keeping the casting up to date on those in particular for sure. All right, now I got a bunch of interesting stuff that's probably not going to be interesting for anybody else. There's a lot of castings that I've started to collect recently, so I'm starting to get every version. And the good thing about like some of these castings is they're super cheap, so you get them for like $1 or less because nobody wants these castings. But this is the ground effects. This is from the Muppets series from back in the day. That is the entire set that was on that particular release. This is unfortunately the updated casting for the ground effects. It does not have the opening top. There's a little switch in the back here. You can take the body off. But I am just going through and collecting, oops, sorry about that, collecting the ground effects. So we're going to just roll through these. That one's a pretty big casting. Let's see here. Another color for the Tomissima 3. I believe this is the very last color they ever did. It's kind of a emerald kind of color. And it has the printing on the side as well with the PR5s. So get this out of here. Not a casting that was used hardly at all, really, for the most part. But it looks pretty good. This casting is interesting. I do like all the ridiculous exhaust work details on the base. So designed by Tom Mead, it says on the base. No prints on the back. That print on the side is only on one side. It is not on the opposite side that you would see once you open the blister, unfortunately. But it is what it is. One model that you might be interested in. I don't know how I did this, but I managed to lose my original Chiron in blue. And the only other one that I had was a factory sealed. So I wasn't going to crack that one open. So I managed to find another one at a show. I actually got this for just $1. Just $1. So the original Chiron, the very first release of this particular casting in blue. I'm not really sure how I managed to lose that one. But it was not in the display case, and I don't know where it's at. I couldn't tell you where it's at. We're going to put that guy right down there. That is the original version of the Chiron. I have also started to collect the Monte Carlo casting. The late 90s, early 2000s Monte Carlo. This one's a little interesting. This is from they call them high rakers, but this is the donks. They call them donks. These ridiculously huge wheels on there. This one happens to be number 3 of 5. So we'll crack this one open. So it has the giant PR5s on there. It is in silver. I think the casting looks okay. This one's a very interesting deco on there. There's a number on the side, bunch of advertisements and stuff. There is, of course, the Lions Bros deco right there, which I think they've used that with Matchbox. So that must be tied to. This must have been designed by Michael Geraldo, maybe, could be. But yeah, this crazy base on there with the chrome gold base, just interesting. I'm not a fan of those, but I'm going to collect the castings. So unfortunately, you got to get all of them to roll with it. This one's a pretty decent one too. Zamek. This is the Zamek from 2023. I started collecting this casting maybe late last year. The Miata Drift. So I call it the Drift. It's got the big wing on the back. This one's from Hot Wheels Modified. This is, of course, the Zamek version. I do have the regular version, but this one's the Zamek. There is your details on the side. Mazda 27 Sparco Greddy. Looking good. It's pretty average. Looks good. Zameks always look presentable, I think. So we'll put the Zamek right there. All right, another version of the Turbo Flame. This casting was used a lot in like multi-packs and stuff, so finding more of them in a single pack is definitely interesting. There's your track logo symbol that they used to have from back in the day, saying, hey, put this on the track. This was definitely one of the last versions, I believe, this casting ever saw. This is circa 2004. So this was a 96 first edition, so it lasted for quite a while. It does have tracked tires. That is grippy tires on there, which is very, very interesting. I just noticed that. Yeah, it's got like grippy PR5s. I didn't even know they made any kind of grippy PR5s. It's very interesting. But clearly it's for a track. Very, very interesting. The tires are very interesting. If you guys know something about those tires, drop a comment and let me know. Definitely drop a comment and let me know. Throw that guy right there. All right, next one up on the mix, Shadow Jet 2. Yes, just another casting that I have been collecting for a little bit. Didn't even know this version existed. So this one is also circa 2004. So nothing particularly fancy with this one, just something I didn't have. Although the print on it looks really, really cool. It's like some Japanese symbols. There's like a samurai guy on the top. Looks good. Red window on this one. It just has a metal base, 5 spokes. So 1994 Mattel. The casting's been around for a while. You could actually probably modify one of those castings to make it look like one of those tornado hunter cars, because it's so low to the ground with all the slopes and stuff. All right, another of the ground effects. This is one of the original castings. You see there's a little hook in the back. So again, circa 2004. So kind of a general theme I got with this era. Little biohazard symbol on the back. The details on the prints look good. No prints on the top or anything like that. The casting itself is metal. And of course you see the little thing there that says unlock. You just push the little piece down. Push on the little slopes on the top. And you can pop the top off. Gives you the details on the inside. The little pizza cutter wheels on there. It looks decent. And then just the opening of the base. It's a separate piece for the window. It's probably one of the reasons why these pop-open versions just don't exist anymore. But Hotwheels was doing those for a while, and I thought they were pretty cool. I thought it was a pretty cool idea. So put that guy right there for the ground effects. All right, 50th anniversary for the Dodge Challenger SRT. Somehow I didn't have this one. I've been collecting this casting since new, but for some reason I didn't have this one in orange. From the 2010s, which is runs that from. This is 10 of 10. This is the whole mix from that particular series. So I do need to get that IROC Z because I started collecting that casting as well. But I have the Viper, which is another casting I collect. So I don't collect everything, but I collect a lot of things. There is our Challenger. It looks pretty good. It has your Hellcat logo, SRT, number 15 on it since it's a 2015. And then a little bit of print on the top. No prints on the front and no prints on the rear. And of course, this casting always had the big fatty wheels on the back because that's what Hot Wheels does. But it's okay. I thought that one was actually a pretty decent one. So put that guy in there. Keeping it rolling, we got ourselves an SLK. Yes, another casting I started to collect. This one has a ridiculous deco on it. This was just a regular, like it's not even a series card. It's just a regular release, and they gave it a ridiculous deco, which is just absurd. This casting is all metal. It is a metal base and metal body, so it's very heavy, but it looks okay. The casting's fine. This deco is atrocious. I'm not really sure what is going on here. They've done this in just plain silver though, so I guess that's where they had to mix it up. But the casting's okay. It's not a great casting, but it's just okay. The wheels, on the other hand, the wheels are not very good. All right, Blastus Moto, the trike version of the Blast Lane. Get this one cracked open. Been doing a lot of motorcycles and all that stuff lately, so there's a ton of them to go. A lot of them to put in there. It is a plastic piece for the handlebars. See, the handlebars are a little bit loose. No big deal. And then just a little bit of print on it. But the most of the casting itself is metal, so we'll just kind of throw that at the bottom. I'm going to take him up a whole spot. All right, 90s Hot Wheels rolling through. Double Demon. This one is from 2015. So they were still rocking this one. So this one is from the late 80s, early 90s, I think is the original date for this guy. So the Double Demon. It's okay. It's exactly the same deal from when it was new. It's 1985 Mattel, so been rocking for quite some time. It looks okay. Typically it's got some print on it, but this one has no print. But again, just a casting that I collect. We won't spend too much time on that because I know most people don't collect, the cool stuff like that. Another casting I started to collect was the Mad Manga, so I got to go back and get a bunch of versions. This is from Batman and Superman, or Batman versus Superman, I should say. There is the mix on the back of what was included in this mix. So pretty straightforward. I do have this one too, the Power Pistons, because I collect that casting too, so I'll have that one here right after this one. So as soon as we get our Mad Manga out of there. They've used this casting quite a bit, so I do have quite a bit of ground to make up. This one is, of course, Batman. Looks good. Details look okay. I always thought this casting was kind of cool. I just never wanted to collect it because I was collecting 90s Hot Wheels, older Hot Wheels. So the last few years I've been taking it up a whole nother notch with the Hot Wheels I've been collecting. So I'll throw that guy there. There is that Power Pistons for the Wonder Woman. So that one looks pretty good. I do like that one. I've been collecting this casting since it was a 96 first edition. I probably have, 50 different versions of this casting. It's probably one of the most beefy selections of castings I have in my collection, but I didn't have this one. So there is Wonder Woman. It does have a metal base and plastic body. The original version had an opening canopy, which of course they retooled and got rid of because you can't have any moving parts on Hot Wheels nowadays or Matchbox unless it's specifically moving parts because I guess it's too expensive. Another casting that I've been collecting since back in the day. This is Silhouette 2. So I kind of have strayed away from like the modern versions of some of these castings, but I've gotten to the point now where it's like, I'm such a completist that it's like I might as well have all of them. If I started with them, I might as well just go all the way through. So this is nothing particularly fancy. It's dated from 1993, so this casting's been around for quite some time. So just a regular release right there. Throw that guy right up there. I thought I had a second one of that. Oh, I do. So I have this one right here. This one is from Star Wars series number 6 of 8. Same casting. There is the mix that this came from. Nothing on there is any interest to me whatsoever. Just the Silhouette 2. So we'll put this out. Pop this out. For a Bespin. Nothing fancy with it. It's kind of modern on there. It almost looks like it's a billboard to like come visit Bespin. Like it looks like it's like an advertising card. Like it's been wrapped. They're going to take these to like interplanetary shows. To kind of promote Bespin as like a tourist attraction. It's exactly what it looks like to me. It's very interesting. Next one up, another casting that I do. This is the Twin Mill 2. I really like this casting. Another casting I've been collecting since it was brand spanking new. This one for the He-Man series. Again, I've been staying away from the more current versions of these castings, but I'm going back and I'm just doing it. I'm just going to complete them, get them done. There's no interior in this particular model. And then there is your base deets right there. 1993 is the original copyright date for the Twin Mill 2. So we'll throw that guy up there. So you have all kinds of generics up in there. Another generic right here. This is the Arrow Flash, another casting that I have kind of grown to start doing the more modern versions of. So 2004 to like 2008 is when a lot of these 90s castings were that's the end of it. They didn't make them any further beyond that. Silver Bullet was when it was originally a red line. Arrow Flash is what it was called when it was towards the end of its life. Metal body and a plastic base. You see those two cars match because, of course, they had a whole track fleet series. All right, Treasure Hunt. Yes, Treasure Hunt. Been looking for this one. Scorch and Scooter. 1998 Treasure Hunt series. Yeah, look at this card. This card is like so nice. Such a shame that I got to rip it open. So we'll get that out of there. There is our Treasure Hunt Scorch and Scooter. This casting is one of the most unbelievably used castings of all time. I mean, Hot Wheels has probably made 200 plus versions of this casting, releases and stuff, and a lot of NASCAR crap. But it's been a fun model to try to track down. There's a lot to it. The deco for a Treasure Hunt on that is meh at best, meh. All right, another casting that I'm not really collecting, but I will buy them if I come across them for cheap because I got this for $1, is, of course, the 55 Chevy Gasser. I do get all the current releases, but, Candy Stripers, the RLC ones, the red, blue, and black ones, like, never going to happen. I'm never going to have those high-end models, just never going to happen. But all the mainline ones I'll go through and collect. I do like to do collecting and completionist stuff, so I will roll through and do what I can. Next one up is the Buick Wildcat. This is a different version. So in this particular release, 2002, they released this purple one. But you can see on this particular one is an error, and I bought this because I think the error is pretty cool, and I'll add it to my Buick Wildcat mix. So you can see on here, it's just all kinds of purple. However, it's supposed to have this deco on the other side. So both sides should have the deco on it, but it does not. It has just solid purple. So that is an error, and that's kind of cool. So the way I have these displayed is this direction. So now I can have one with the print and now one without the print. So it looks like it's different, but I just thought that was cool. Pick that up just because it's cool, Another casting that I'm chasing down here now is the Rat Bomb. They haven't done too many of these, so I'm not too worried about it. 2008 new models. This was a 2008 new model. This was also a Super at one point in time, and yes, I have the regular and the Super already. They also did a couple versions for Larry's Garage as well. So it says Rat Bomb Rod Shop on the side. It's Zamek. This particular one is Zamek. Mostly metal. Base is metal. The engine parts on the top are metal, but the block itself is chrome plastic. Looks pretty good. The two little pieces here on the top is part of the metal body, and then a whole bunch of junk in the trunk. So that looks kind of cool. It's supposed to be like headers and blocks and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. So throw that guy down right there. Another Blastus Moto. This is 2012 new models. It was when it was a brand spanking new casting. This particular one in yellow. So nothing particularly fancy. Just a little bit of print on the top. Black handlebars on there. Pretty straightforward. So try not to spend too much time on just the regular mainline stuff. Another one right here, W Uzi. This is a ridiculous bike, but I didn't have this particular version. Pretty sure I didn't have this one. It is Highway Horror for this particular release. This one has a little extra piece in there to hold the bike in as well. So there is your W Uzi. Does have some pretty nice print on the seat, which is kind of cool. I'm not sure what it says right there. Can't really make it out, but it says something. And then there is the deets on the side. It's a pretty involved deco. It's like a dragon on the back. That looks pretty cool. Red handlebars is the only thing that's plastic on the whole thing. The whole thing is metal besides that. So it's kind of cool. So put the W Uzi. Secondary color for the 2008 new models Rat Bomb. This is not black. It's like a dark purple. So if you look in the bed, you can see the purple hues. Although the model itself is pretty dark, so it looks like it's black, but it's not. Exact same deco as the previous one, just a different color. Pretty standard quo for Hot Wheels. Just changing the base colors. Another motorcycle right here, the Street Stealth. This one for the 50th anniversary, the 2018 series right there. So we'll get this out of here. Another casting they didn't do a huge amount of versions for, but it looks good. I like it. It's one of the cooler motorcycles, one of the cooler generic motorcycles that they've done. So obviously all that light blue on the top is plastic. Everything else is metal, and of course it does not come with a kickstand or nothing, so it's just going to chill right there. A couple of these T-Bird Chevy Stalkers. Been collecting since the Blackwell era, so again, figured you gotta roll through it. You gotta just keep it going. So get all this out of here. It did move to a plastic body and metal base. It says Yellow Jacket on the side. It's a ridiculous deco. It's just ridiculous. They were making just crazy stuff there for a little while. Just whatever, I guess. And then another one here. So I think this one is a wheel variation. I think I have this one with a 3-spoke, if I remember correctly. If not, I guess I just have a car to throw in the dollar bin. But I'm pretty sure I have this one with a 3-spoke, or maybe I don't even have it. But this one looks okay. It's got a matte black base. Nothing particular on the details on there. The print's okay. The print's average, okay at best. I do have the newest red editions from Target as well. I did trade for these. Always got a trade. Actually, no. I bought these, but I paid like $3 a piece for them. So I got 3 of the red editions. 2020 Ram Rebel. So I got this one because this is one that I collect. So there is our Ram Rebel. Looks good. It says, of course, red on there because it's a red edition. Prints on the front look pretty good. It's a mass-produced item, so you can't get too crazy with it, but I think it looks okay. It's going to be a little off-screen. Yes, I know. I told you we had a mega haul. This one's way better, though. This is the Mercedes-Benz 500e. Really stoked about this particular one. Very interesting color choice. It's super dark maroon, but it looks really good. It's got some metallic bits in it. I think the details are really good. The prints on the front look fantastic. This particular one is a really good version, so I'm really happy I got a good version here. And then just red on the trunk lid, claiming that it's Hot Wheels red. Really, it's not red. Actually, you know what? I think I can double up some of these. We'll double up that guy. And then the other red edition I have is this one right here for Small Block, another casting I collect. I think this one was from a different red series release this year, but it doesn't really matter to me because I like this particular casting. It says Taxi on the side. Of course, it is a kind of a wood grain texture to the plastic body. And then there is the floating hood, or roof, I guess you can say, which is kind of cool. So that's kind of a cool look to it. Let's see here. Just kind of double that up right there. And then I got one model from the newest Easter release, 2025 Easter release. This is the mix right there on the back, in case you want the mix. This is the only casting I collect out of that whole mix. It's just the My TK. So that's the only one I picked up. It does have some very nice bright orange wheels on there, which I think is cool. Looks cool. It's got a magenta base, yellow interior, lavender body, with some crazy print on there. I mean, it's all over the place. And then like a blue tinted window. It's just such a crazy combination of colors. I like it though. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I think it's different. And we'll put him right there because it's just a little guy. It's just a little guy. I also got one of the newest Silver Edition models. This is from Surf's Up. That is the mix right there. All those in there. Fancy, fancy glory. And then there is, of course, the Baja Bug. This is the only one that I care about, the only one that I collect in the mix. And plus, I think it's the best one in the mix, in my opinion. Baja Bug looks good. Prints on the front, prints on the side. I like the prints for the wheels. I think these off-road wheels are awesome. The metal base is really nice because you get this really nice metal cage on the back. This casting's been around for a little bit. And then there is some prints on the back window, which I think is really, really cool. And then just some details for the engine. So this one's really, really nice. You see those little window cutouts there. So there's a canopy piece or like a cargo rack that snaps on the top when they're doing certain versions, mainly for like team transport. You can put those up there. Let's see here. You know what? We're just gonna put them off the screen. It is what it is. All right, I do have a couple of things that I want to go over real quick, and then I got some monster trucks because I always do. All right, as you guys watched my most recent peg hunting haul, I did pick up the two newest super rigs for 2025. This is brand new casting right here. Heavy duty dumper, it says. Heavy duty dumper. Sorry about the crazy glare right there, but this one is a pretty cool model. This is the release in the back. So Dyna Dash, Wingstorm, Big Sky rig, or Sky Show rig, sorry about that, and then the heavy duty dumper. Now, here's the interesting thing about this. So I got this at Walmart, you guys know that. I got this one at Shields. Now, Shields buys international cases. I did not have this particular Speedway hauler. Now, the reason I went to Shields looking for this particular hauler is because the international mix has two additional models. It has the Speedway hauler and it has the bank roller. So it's the same release. There's your duty dumper, there's your Dyna Dash, your Wingstorm. So they are the same release wave, but the international cases have two additional models in it versus the Walmart cases. Now, I don't know if this is particularly international case, but I know this particular case is for Walmart. It's probably going to be for Target too. So maybe some other retailers will get the one that has the full mix right here. But like I said, I did not have the Speedway hauler, so I really, really wanted that one. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one right here for our heavy duty dumper. Brand spanking new casting for this year. We'll take a look at the additional one first. I think this one came out in the gold anniversary series 51. So they just carried it over and put it in here, which is fine. It does have, of course, the opening little toilet seat in the back. But yeah, it came from the 51st deal. There is the trailer right here. It does have some. This would be the bottom of the porta potty. So you have a roll of toilet paper right here. Looks like a scrubber brush for the toilet, and there is a plunger. So that looks interesting. That might be a hard hat of some sort. Not exactly sure what that's supposed to be. But this is the actual porta potties. They're over the top. It has a little bit of like, graffiti on there and stuff like that. Looks kind of cool. A lot of cool different decos and prints on there. Different ones on this side. So it looks super, super cool. I like that look. It is just a big piece of plastic, as you can see. And then that piece of plastic just sits right on the top of there. Nothing particularly fancy. The trailer is all plastic. The whole entire trailer is plastic. There is no metal on this trailer whatsoever, except for that little hitch right there. And if you notice that hitch right there, There you go. That is the convoy style hitch. That's the Matchbox convoy style hitch. So looks like new castings are indeed going to move to this new style of print, which is cool. Make things universal. This is the truck. There is the deco on the side. It says Porta Pal. I think it says on there Porta Pal. It says number 2. Let's go. Looks like he's got a bunch of number 2 on the side. It says heavy duty dumper on there. Nice turbo sticking out of the engine right there. That's pretty cool. Details on the front. Old school style truck. I like it. And then just some details on the back. Looks like air tanks and stuff. Maybe some exhaust out the back. Very interesting model. This cab is all metal, but the rest of it is plastic. So that's kind of cool looking. So it just goes on there and of course snaps in just like that. But it looks cool. I'm kind of interested to see that the trailer is all plastic. That's interesting. And then there's what it looks like with the truck on it. Of course, the truck does not match the hauler. I don't like the fact that Hot Wheels is doing this in particular by putting repeats in these, because they started to do that, and I just not a fan. Not a fan. I don't think they should be putting repeats in there. So I'll move our Blastus Motos out of there. We'll get our heavy duty dumper right there. And then this is the other brand new one in the mix, Dine and Dash. This is a brand new color. It's not a new casting, but it's a brand new color for this particular one. So we'll get this one cracked out of there. There we go. The plastic out of here. Now I do believe this taco, this Asada taco, is an exact release of a previous release, an exact re-release of a previous release. There we go. So nothing really fancy to report here. It's just going to be average, just like we've seen. So there is our new deco for the Dine and Dash. Looks really cool. There's a bone shaker on the side. It's all decoed up, kind of like Dia dos Muertos. It says Ralphie Boys on the side. Ralphie Boys Tacos, Paupas, and Tortas. It's kind of cool. And then details on the front. This one's pretty cool. I like this one. It's a pretty cool casting. The front end's pretty small. There's quite a bit of metal with it, but and of course the trailer comes off just like the rest of them. Well, the rest of the original ones. Better details on the side here. Better view of that bone shaker. Looking pretty decent. And of course, this does open up just like that. So you can get your model in there, which happens to be this taco. So we'll put the taco in there and then close this down. And then there you go. There is your taco. And then push it right down there on the base. Deets. Get that on there. And then, of course, the Speedway hauler. They've done this in blue and orange. I did not have the blue one, so really happy to see them re-release the blue one. So, been wondering if the blue one was ever going to come back out. So, at least for me, this is a new version because I don't have the original blue one. I like this one. This is one of the cooler ones, kind of in my opinion. It's very like futuristic semi look, but still like blends together. I really like the look of how the trailer and the truck go together. I think that's a really, really cool look. Details in the back just have an opening section right there. So, of course, you can put the model in there. That is transparent colored. Just has 9 on the side. Of course, this comes apart as you'd expect. It's a big, wide version. All the white you see is metal. And then the blue is plastic. A couple of seats in there as well. This model is actually relatively heavy. And it looks pretty good. Like I said, I really like this curve, and then it matches the trailer, and just how far up the truck the trailer actually connects to is pretty nice. So get that on there. And then of course it comes with the Boulevard Bruiser, I think, or Project Speeder, which I don't collect this casting, so, but it is matching for the truck, exclusive to the truck, and a super orange window, So just open the back. Pop it in there, close it up. There you go. There is your Speedway hauler. Now, last thing I have, because of course this is not a diecast haul without monster trucks. It's just the way it is. I picked up a couple of monster trucks. Picked these up from Hobbytown, USA, which I think they're a national brand. There is the entire mix for this particular one. So I picked up these two because I didn't have those two monster trucks. These are, I mean, all of them are reissues. I just didn't have these two. So pick those up. It comes with the crushed bus, or the van, which is not new. That's a reissue. The same deco we've seen on that one for a while, with the same prints on it, same finish and everything like that. Nothing new. It is super bright, super fancy bright. There is our, it's like the F-150 style truck. I don't know what they call it. This one's called the Scorcher though. So we're just going to call it the Scorcher. But not a version I had. This particular casting is one that I collect. I just didn't have the Scorcher. This is a re-release, so I'm not sure how old this one is. If you're a monster truck guy, you can more than welcome to chime in and tell me just how old that particular one is. Bone shaker mix with, of course, a bone shaker. So bone shaker on bone shaker action. So we'll get these out of here. Monster truck out of here. There is our kind of Hot Wheels Art Cars style of bone shaker. I think this one was originally in a 4-pack. Kind of like the 4-packs they sell at Kroger stores. But I don't know if it was in a single release. It probably was. But again, just a bone shaker, nothing particularly fancy. It says crush in the back. So we will have it crush something. There we go. And then it comes with a regular bone shaker. The bone shaker with the closed roof on the top. And a red base. So not too bad. I mean, a lot of people like bone shakers. Always good to get another bone shaker. And then I got the last one that I needed from that previous mix. We've cracked open the rest of this particular mix. There is the mix. So we've cracked open those three. Re-release, re-release, re-release. This was new. That was a new casting. So we actually cracked open all four. My bad. All four of those we've already cracked open. Re-release, re-release, re-release. Now we have the Wienermobile, which is new for me. This is not new for 2025, but it's new for me. So this one is a rare release. Comes with the coupe in blue. There is the Wienermobile, decoed up with some tomatoes on there. Got a jalapeno on the side. A little bit of relish, mustard, onion on the top of it. You know, kind of decoed up for a big old smorgasbord. Details on the front, looks like it's smiling at you, which is kind of cool. Green wheels. Again, not a brand new version, but it's brand new for me because I didn't have that version. So if you're looking for that one, it is not brand spanking new for 2025. All right, and then the last model I have right here, yes, another one of these big rigs. Hot Wheels big rigs. This is the particular mix right here. There is the mix. It's not a great mix, so I just picked up this one. Picked this up from Scheels. Yes, Scheels. So $6.99 at Scheels. So also picked up the Speedway hauler from Scheels, and all the basic Hot Wheels I picked up from Swap Meet. So this is a new casting. This is the 5-alarm, even though it looks nothing like the other 5 alarms. The canopy right here is metal. Everything else is plastic on this entire thing. Of course, it's unit number 68 because Hot Wheels is just obsessed with the number 68. So everything is 68. It looks okay, though. It, of course, is a tow truck, but it's also disguised as a ladder. There's some jaws of life and a chainsaw underneath there. A little bit of engine detail as well. It is designed to tow a monster truck, just like that. So monster truck sits on there, tows it around, hooks right into the front axle, as you can see, and you can tow around your monster trucks with ease. And then, of course, when you're done, flip it up right there, and it looks like a regular ladder. And, of course, a little bit of chevron detail in the back. Always digging the chevrons. Set that guy to the side because there's not enough room. Now, if you guys stayed until the end, I have a treat for you. I have been looking for this particular chase for, it seems like forever. This is a chase from last year. This is a mid-year chase. This one just really didn't seem to hit hardly at all in the U.S. I picked this up in a trade. I actually traded a full set of silhouettes for this. Now, before you get all up in arms about it, I bought a case. You know, the cases are about $60, so I traded a set. So really, I only paid $30 for this. I only paid $30, and I really wanted this. And I can tell you what, when you deal with Hot Wheels guys, it is super easy to trade them Hot Wheels stuff for Matchbox stuff because they don't care about Matchbox stuff. They just don't. But I really wanted this one. I needed this for my collection. I never ever found this one, and I'm really stoked that finally I have this super chase to add to the collection. And yes, of course it's being opened because this is last year's chase, mid-2024, so it's been a while. It's a pretty good chase. It's pretty good. It's not super great, but it's pretty good. I do like the fact that they used chrome. Always like the chrome in there. It says Super Chase on the side, super fast on the hood. And then, of course, rubber tires, because good old Real Riders. Then it says Matchbox Speed Shop right there. Even has a little bit of print in the back, which is really nice. Really nice to see that. So it actually gets print all the way around, because we get print on the front end as well, with a little bit of headlight print and prints for the grille. So, and then just a black base. It says 35 Ford, a huge print. Guess I never really noticed that. MB1174 is the number. And we're just going to set him right on the top for our Matchbox Super Chase. So there you go. There is Diecast Haul episode 78. Told you it's going to be a big, big, big haul. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think about those. Let me know what you think about the mix change up for those super rigs. Very interesting. And let me know if you ever found that Super Chase, because that one's just a pain in the butt. So anyways, we're going to roll out. Appreciate every single one of you guys. LevelMDiecast.